Hey guys, how's it going? Wade Mitch here. Today we are here on the Gage, Kentucky map, and today we are going to be doing something that has been a while since we've done one. We are going to be doing a farm build. I think I have chosen my favorite spot on the map. It's got some nice sized fields around it, but nothing too big. And what we're going to be doing today is building one of the bigger farms that I've built on this channel. Not to say that this will be the biggest, but if you look at the size of this map, we're going to need some big machinery to start. So, without further ado, let's take a look at our plot of land here. This is right east of Field 85. It's one of the starter farms, actually, but we're going to put our own twist on it. I like the driveway setup. I like how it's close to everything. And we got quite a bit of room here. Now, I'm thinking we're going to do like a big shop, shed for some of our, less expensive, less used stuff, a shop for the semis, and maybe a couple other things. Get to decide if you're going to do a big grain leg or a couple single bins with an auger, but I think we'll see how they fit in at the end. First off, though, let's get into our build mode here. And we're going to put down the biggest thing. We're going to use this big Morton shop right here, the 100 by 200. And what I'm thinking of doing is flattening the land out and maybe getting this placed either this way, which would require us bringing this path over. You see right there, it would kind of go in. But this thing we're getting is flattening failed. So what I'm going to do is take this flat surface here, use our level tool, and bring that out here, bring it out that way, and back this way. Now we might have to take these trees down here. Let's see how this fits in. It's going to be one of those things we want to fine tune this and get it right so we don't have to do it again. Let's see. Get that nice and straight with the driveway. And we've seen we're still getting that flattening failed. No, not as much. Alright, I think if we go right there, that'll do it. Alright, so that gives us some room to pull in here. I think we're going to have to take these trees out. That's one thing for sure. So let's head in here. Oh, we're moving fast. Let's hide these. Let's hide this one. Come on. I'll leave that one there. But this one we can hide. And that should give us some more room to flatten out beside the barn here. Now, I think we're going to leave this side with no pull around. And we're just going to do enough here to slope this. Let's get that all flattened out. Get a nice big apron by the shop here. We'll be pulling some big equipment out of here, so we're going to have plenty of room to drive around. Here we go. And now what we're going to do is use this, start smoothing out the edge. Same thing on this side. There we go. That's looking good. Smooth this out some, as well as this side. That looks pretty good. Let's get this a little smoothed out. Alright. This looks better. And then we'll bring this in. Looks like we got a little bit of... There we go. Alright, and I think what we're using is concrete gravel. Yeah, there we go. Let's bring it around this side. Alright, we're actually going to switch out to this dirt gravel, I think. This looks a little better. And let's see. So if we're pulling stuff out here, let's get a little further. There we go. Alright, looks pretty good. So there's our big shop. You see we got a door here, and then the big door on this side. I think what we can do here is use right here with our dirt gravel, and we'll just do a connecting path to get out of there. And that'll hook up right with our main path. That's good right there. There we go. Alright. Use that to get in there. And over here, what I want to do is let's go back into our sheds. Alright, so we actually changed out the shed. I realized after I placed that the shed we just used did not have a color configuration working. But now that I did this, we still have a big shop here. I left this driveway. I kind of like how that one works. And what we're going to do is start using this colorway, the white and red. I saw it on this one, and I liked how it looked. So, this will be the next shed we're placing. I think I want to put this right here. Works pretty good there. Next up, we might fit another shed right here. Now, which one? I'm not sure. Let's look through our options. I think I want to use this one right here. Now, it is kind of inverted to this, but I think that should be fine. Do we want this right here, or is this going to be in the way, is the question. It's that, or we can put it maybe here. But that goes over that way a bit. I think we can sneak it right there. Let's see. How does this work? So this has got to stay kind of flat there. This has got to be flat. Use our smooth tool. Let's see how this goes. I think we can bring this out a bit. There we go. Alright, I don't mind that there. I think it works. As long as we can keep it flat. Now, we have a decent bit of storage. Now, the next thing I want to go to is, are we going to do any silage on this map? Because, I mean, if we want room for a bunker silo, I don't think we're going to fit one here. I'm being honest. But I do know what we're going to use, and that is going to be a semi. Now, whether we do a full shot for the semis, or maybe something a little smaller, it's going to determine on what we find and what we like for them. Now, we have this shed right here. I think I want to look at this, because some of these sheds, you can change the color on the inside. So let's go ahead and hop in here. Wanted to look at the scale, and I don't think that's going to work. We just look, there's no triggers for a roof color. So our search for this, this shop for semis is going to continue here. Now we have this one. Could work, but there's no color options. This one's going to be too short. Run out of options here. I think we're going to go with this one. There's just some room here. You can see we can back in some semis. Is it as big as I want? No, but looking at our options, I don't know if there's anything else I like here. This drive-through shed. Nah. We do have this one. Let's see if we can get this, maybe configure this one. You know what? This might work. I think if we go and place this right here, it's going to leave us, this thing that I cannot get rid of is going to be right here. And that's going to leave us with 3 matching barns and then just the red one, which we can probably change in the future. But it also leaves us some room for some grain silos. Looking at our options here, we do have a few. We have the AGI bins. These might work the best. This really big grain silo. We have this medium grain leg. Might be a little small there. Or what I'm thinking is we just place some big bins and trap this guy in them. Because he's just going to be standing here. So if we get these and say go here, get these lined up. Here. And there. That leaves us with 3 bins. Maybe get this one scooted to the side a bit. All on a fairly decently, you know, in a good row. I think if we get this lined up a little nicer, that's better. So yeah, there's that. I don't like the placement of this 3rd bin. I'm gonna get these. How's that look? Still looks kind of close. I think I like that. And then what we'll do is we'll get this, smooth it out. Go around the bins a bit. And just bring them in to soften it. So that leaves us, let's see, combine, tillage, planning. Or maybe planning and tillage in here. Combines and tractors in here, semis in here, smaller stuff in here. Anything overflow, we'll leave it here. Now what we're going to do is kind of go around and start to clean this up. What I'm thinking is getting some of our grass. We've got precision farming here. We've got to put a little shed by that. And one thing we're missing a workshop. Now this is where I'm thinking maybe we're going to replace this last shed. This one's like a barndominium. That's just a full John Deere dealership. This is a shop. That shop. So then we have a truck shop. This one's a maintenance shop. We have shop and cold storage. Maybe this is what we want right here. Do we think we could fit a semi in there, though? Possibly. We have this garage. You know what? I think we're going to replace this with this. With that, we can go right here. And that will leave us some storage. A little bit better setup. That'll leave us a little protection for our satellite there so we don't run it over. But now what we're going to do is kind of just go around the farm and plant some grass. We're going to clean it up a little bit. Kind of destroyed it, if I'm being honest. Get some taller stuff around the bins. Maybe get some more trees. Promote some more wildlife among our farm. And, yep. Get back to our smoothing tool. This needs smoothed out a good bit. I think this is the right grass. This one. Get grass along this side. There we go. Get a good bit of grass here too. And we're just going to go around, keep doing this. Cleaning it up. I think that's good. Alright, and now what we did is we actually flipped the colorway on one of our barns here. I had to restart the game because we had too many trees, so I had to get a mod that let us place more trees. So now what we can do is kind of go through here. And I want to figure out what tree this is. Would it be one of these? No. Don't think it's any of these. Maybe this one? Yep, that one. Right? Yeah, close enough. And we'll line the driveway a little bit. Nothing too close together, because we got some big equipment coming through here. Here, and then this area, put some more trees in there. Maybe get some more trees behind the silos here. And then, you know, sprinkle some bushes around, make it look nice. That's what we normally do. Maybe get a couple more behind the bins here. Here we go. Nothing too close. Still gotta get the auger up there. Maybe I think what we'll do is thin this grass out just a little bit. Just because this is going to be like where we're running semis and stuff. So we're going to have a little bit of a wider pathway here. That looks good. A little close to that tree. We might want to take this one down. Let's see. Let's get over here. Let's get this one out of the way. There's a little shed for that. And I'm starting to like this. I think we got some overflow parking here. And see, I made the weeds look a little overgrown on the concrete in some of these areas. But this is going to leave us a good amount of room to, you know, park our semis in there and in here. Work on some stuff. Get this open. There we go. And yeah. So here's the farm. Nothing too much. We're probably gonna add some more to it. If you guys want, I can upload this. I think most of these mods are on the in-game mod hub for you guys to use. If you guys want to see an equipment video, we'll have one coming soon. Don't worry about that. I'm pretty excited to get to play on this for some row crop. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Let me know what you think in the comments if there's anything you would change. And that is it for me today, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.